Hello and welcome back to WolfQuest, where we are here with Vole, just going around the borders of our territory, see if we can strengthen everything before heading around and looping over to the Enchanted Forest in our new territory at Hellroaring Mountain. So I did a little bit of research, I suppose. Well, it's not exactly really research. But I had a quick look on the videos and I found out where we dropped the collar. It was not in the wolf pack. It was actually over all the way near, where's it gone? Buffalo Plateau. When we spotted some elk, and I didn't notice I dropped it at the time. So that's actually where we dropped it. So no wonder we couldn't find it at the top of Hellroaring Mountain earlier in the other videos. So let's head round. I think today we're just going to go around the edge of our territory. As I said, we were going to loop back to the Enchanted Forest. We might have a slight detour, go to the Tornado Drainage, go to Buffalo Plateau, and then head to the Enchanted Forest instead, because that doesn't need strengthening so much. It's mainly inside the territory that's actually weak, rather than the borders. And the borders are, I would say, the most important. But I think it would be fine to just have a slight change in plan. Is this the Tornado Drainage here? Not quite. So if we go to the next hex, then we can head over to Buffalo Plateau. Because as I said, if these wolves... Well, I did mention last time that if some wolves decide to just court our wolves, we will let them. Since our pack is so big that the game is just making tons of them disperse. And Snowdrop actually died, we found out last video, in her dispersion, which is pretty... Yeah, that kind of surprised me, to say the least. I did not expect that. Yeah, that was not anything I expected. So I think since the game is just making so many wolves disperse, whoa, the Superior Pack. What kind of pack name is that? Since the game's making so many wolves disperse though, because we have such a big pack, I think Vole has come to the decision that it would probably be safer. Oh, hello. Hello. Oh, well, okay. I was going to say, but I got interrupted by a wolf and some elk, that I will actually let them court our wolves. So, you know what? This wolf looks exactly like Oreo, so maybe we should name him Oreo. Who is he exactly? 3619. Let's see. 3619 should be Oreo. There we go. Because he looks exactly like Oreo, and I actually mentioned in the community that we're stopping Oreo's series. I never really intended to, but then you actually voted him out, so that kind of surprised me. I mean, I don't mind though, since not gonna lie, I wasn't really feeling Oreo, so I'm not that surprised that you voted him out, I guess. Well, I was surprised at the time, but oh, okay, well, Oreo doesn't want us, never mind. But I guess it is logical, since, I don't know, Oreo just didn't click. It was fun being accurate, because I don't ever play accurate and everything, but it just didn't quite feel right. Like, he doesn't quite have so much of a story and a background as this huge wolf pack does, because this pack, I think, has just become so big that I think it's just got so much of a story to it now, so much background, so much loss, but then as well so much gain, that it kind of, playing as another wolf feels slightly strange, to be honest. Alright, but let's concentrate on our hunting. Go on, Hawk. That's it, Hawk. You bring it down. There we go. Hawk did a bit of biting. Did he get some more experience? Oh, whoa. Kestrel is the lowest experience now. Whoa, Hawk's experience shot up to 96. That's really impressive, actually. How big are the pups? They're pretty big, actually, as well. There's so much going on. It won't be long till Vole can have puppies of his own. I can't wait. It'll be his very first litter, his very first puppies of his own, which will be a huge landmark. I mean, I bet that later we'll look back and think, oh, those were his first puppies. And remember how excited we were. I bet that will happen. We're actually on the verge of the end of our territory. Are any of these dispersals? There's so much dispersals about. Are any of them... Because there is a dispersal from our pack who is still alive, but it doesn't smell like them. So let's head across our territory now to off to Buffalo Plateau and see if we can catch a scent of that chewed up collar. It is a pretty random thing, I suppose, to want to be desperate to find, but I mean, it's a toy, and I can just imagine Vole's future puppies running around. Oops, that wasn't meant to happen. Running around, grabbing the collar, and just being so happy, shaking it everywhere. Oh, it'll be so cute. I think Vole's very, very excited to meet its new puppies. He knows that Star is expecting his little ones, and is very, very excited to meet his puppies. Oh, I bet that he'll have a white wolf pup. I bet he will have a brown wolf like him and a black wolf. Is he? What genetics is he? He's lowercase. Oh, that's his bio. Okay, we need to change that at some point. And then you're capital lower. Okay, interesting. At least she isn't capital K. That would be slightly concerning. So let's head along. Let's just strengthen territory as we go. We will drop over at that hex. Slight detour. Like that. Maybe that. And then Buffalo Plateau. It seemed to be a bit before Buffalo Plateau at a rock the elk were. So we're going to have to definitely rely on our sense of smell. Since I don't know where exactly we ran into the elk. I only looked at the map it was like a few minutes before. Well, probably like 30 seconds before we saw the elk, I looked at the map, and it was just before Buffalo Plateau, and we were heading towards Buffalo Plateau. Is that? No, that isn't elk music. For a moment, I thought it was elk music, but it doesn't seem like it is. But because it was before Buffalo Plateau and we were heading that direction, that I saw that I opened the map, it could mean that it is actually anywhere on Buffalo Plateau, since I can't be entirely sure how far we went. So I guess we're just gonna have to search. We might need to go from one side of the plateau to the other, seeing as the wind is blowing the wrong direction. Or is there just no scents on the air? I think there are actually just no scents on the air. I think we'd smell something if there actually was something. Where do we need to go then? So I think we need to head eastward. Yeah, that's right. And just strengthen that, and then that. And we'll be in Buffalo Plateau all the while. So, Lightning's minor injury is healed. Good for him. And good for everyone else, because when one pack member is weak, the whole pack is weak. So, I'm not smelling anything still. Oh no, it looks like the wind is blowing the other direction. That is annoying. Well, I guess we just gotta head this way. Lemon, you're holding a rabbit. You know you can eat it. Oh dear. When did Lemon catch that rabbit anyway? I didn't spot her catching it. I guess we should just continue. Are you not gonna eat it? Seriously, Lemon? Well, Star can eat it for you, but it seems a bit of a waste. Like, for you to... Why are you hunting rabbits if you don't even want them? Seems a bit silly. Well, is that the hex we want to strengthen? Yes, it is. Now we can kind of head more towards our tons of carcasses to the weak hex. Since we just need to be as quick as we can, I'm really excited to see if we can find the chewed up collar. It would be great if we could. I would love it if we could find that chewed up collar. I mean, I've never been so excited for a chewed up collar. It sounds pretty random. I love the achievement description though, like many teeth make light work. I mean, fair enough. I actually buy these bracelets and you can track an animal with them on this app. And that happened to my wolf. Not my wolf, my giraffe just yesterday. He managed to take off his tracking tag, so I've got a new giraffe now, which is kind of sad. I preferred my old giraffe, but oh well. I've got a new giraffe now. But it doesn't seem uncommon, since I have in the past lost an animal as well from that same company, because they managed to get off their tracker. So I think that it is quite common for animals to succeed in shaking off their tracker. So one of them was actually a dolphin. Not quite sure how a dolphin loses a tracker. So it's pretty impressive that he managed to do it. He was a good dolphin, he was. I prefer my current dolphin though, if I'm completely honest. But let's head over. We're not talking about dolphins or giraffes in this game, so we ought to head on, because we're not going to run into any rival dolphins or any territorial giraffes, so we don't need to worry about them. All we need to worry about is currently finding that chewed up collar, which isn't really all that important, but oh well, it's fun. I think he just wants his puppies to have some kind of thing to play with, because Chocolate Brownie's puppies, they always had tons of toys, and even just having one toy seems quite a small amount. I mean, there is a skull marked on the map all the way over there. We might go grab that for the pups as well, because I do know where the den is. It's a beautiful tree den, because I remember I did actually play Chocolate Brownie's mother, Willow, so I remember raising Chocolate Brownie in that den. One disadvantage of it is that there aren't really any other dens nearby, so I ended up in a position where I was kind of stuck because Willow had I think this might have actually been Chocolate Brownie's litter. There were 7 puppies. This was before the saga, and the den flooded, and there were no places to go. So I had to run right across Coyote's paths, and I lost 3 pups on the journey to a new den. Not gonna lie, my heart wasn't entirely in it, which is probably why. But we've reached the plateau now, so let's start concentrating. I think since it was before, it was like this rock here, I believe. I could be wrong though, it could be any rock. So let's go around the rocks especially. We can smell elk. Well, maybe it's the same elk herd that we dropped our collar for. Can we smell the collar? No, we cannot. All we can smell is the overpowering scent of elk. It seems pretty overpowering anyway. Well, I guess we could take down an elk. There's nothing telling us not to. I would just prefer to find our chewed up collar. Slightly concerned that I still can't scent it. But let's just see if we can take one down, I suppose. So, come on out. They're in a very tight bunch. We're going to have to be careful. Let's see, is this one? Oh, well, Star's going for one. We're going for the other. Which one do we go for? Well, I suppose we can bite the one that Star bit just to see. Like, maybe we can go back for the other one later. Oh, Star actually went for a good one. Star went for a weak one. So I guess we should continue the hunt. And then, oh, some of our wolves are taking down the other one. Others are taking down this one. Slightly chaotic, may I just say. Alright, we're going to head off to that one as soon as this one's taken down. Simply because we have kind of half killed the other one. That was not really intentional. Can we... Okay, it looks like they're still this way. Here we go. Here's the one that we bit originally. And then Star went for another one. Not quite sure why Star went for another one. But, I mean, it was a weak one, so I can't blame her. Alright, come on, wolves. Kestrel is actually the least experienced, and Hawk is drawing and least experienced. So that's good. They both got some more experience. And another one just fell over. So let's actually go ahead and see if we can take down that elk too. I'm really wanting to get the pups to high experience today, since it would be amazing to get a bit more experience for those lovely wolf pups, his father's last litter, and to finally move on from this very troublesome year onto a new season in this territory and to fully settle down. Because we have kind of come along at a tricky time where conflicts between packs are common and it's very snowy, and we haven't really actually seen the territory properly either, since we've been so engrossed in our actually claiming the territory that we haven't had a chance to properly look at it. We've moved away from the plateau now, so we might go back. Whoa, Kestrel's at 99 experience. Hang on, we need to get that final experience point. Come on, wolves, let's get the final bit of experience, and then we can just have fun in the map and just explore. That will be so good. Alright, we might not even take down the elk completely. We might just wait till Kestrel has 100% experience. Come on, Kestrel. Come on, Kestrel. Come and give this elk a testing bite. We need your help. Here we go. Did Kestrel get... Yes, 100 XP. Well, I suppose to celebrate we can take down the elk. But that's so exciting. That means all of his father's puppies are 100% experience. And we're going to go into the plateau once we've taken this down and sleep. Well, actually, I guess it would be logical to sleep with the elk so that they can eat when they wake up, the pups that is, so that they can get nice and big and strong. I am aware we're sort of running out of time to be gaining our territory and everything, but I guess we should go ahead and sleep. Like, not to gain our territory, sorry. I meant to say to be searching for all these chewed up collars and strengthening our territory and all of that, but I suppose we're just gonna have to continue for now. I mean, it's important, and we do have to sleep. We can't risk it. Oh, look at all these rabbits jumping about. And it's still snowy. That is slightly annoying. Well, come on, wolves. Eat up, eat your fill. We will eat our fill too. How big are they? 70 pounds and 69 pounds. And once they've eaten, I bet that some of them will be 71 pounds, and the other one that isn't 70 pounds will be 70 pounds. Who is the runt? The runt is, well, I think it's more hawk is the biggest, rather than, we don't really have a runt. But the smallest ones right now are Kestrel and Lemon. Lemon isn't that hungry, but Kestrel and Hawk both are, so hopefully they'll be able to get nice and big and strong. We'll just sit here and wait whilst they eat up, since we might as well get some rest before we dive back into the plateau. We have so many elk carcasses littering the map, it's ridiculous. I can smell the elk and some mule deer. Is everybody finished? I think they are. Yeah, everyone's full up. And nobody got bigger, which is a bit of a shame. But that's okay. That's okay. I mean, I suppose they won't get bigger every time. So let's head over to the plateau. And let's really keenly not get distracted this time. And see if we can find that chewed up collar. If we can't, we'll have to have a search tomorrow in real life time. To see if we can pick up anything. Because I really couldn't find that. Yay, we don't need to hunt elk for experience anymore. Woohoo! We don't need to go after those pesky elk. Oh, why aren't you running, Vole? Yeah, there you go. Here we go, though. So we are... Where are we exactly? Okay, so we're coming in above Buffalo Plateau. So the wind is blowing the right direction for us to scent the chewed up collar, which is very, very good. Not smelling anything yet. I can smell a moose, but that isn't going to help us all that much. Here's the moose hoof prints. We're not going to head after that moose. I'm still not picking up this chewed up collar. You know, we might just go, if we... Yeah, I think we might end up just having to go down and strengthen our territory. Unfortunately... I really want these puppies to have a toy, though. Okay, let's have one final try. This direction, let's see if we can find the chewed up collar. If we can't, we'll have to go for the skull instead. But the pups can't play with a skull, so that would be pretty sad for the puppies. Though I'm still not smelling anything. Alright, well, I guess we're going to have to head over and start exploring our territory, as well as strengthening the territory down this direction. I don't think the borders over here really need strengthening, since they seem pretty strong to me. Their territory certainly needs strengthening, but they have all dispersed, I think. It looks like those packs have dispersed. Blizzard seems to be doing well. It's so sad. I'm really surprised that Snowdrop died, though. I did not expect that. But let's head over and down the territory. It's really sad that Snowdrop died. It's a bit of a shame, to be honest. I mean, she was Chocolate Brownie's mate. Seems a shame. His second mate, not his first mate. The first founder of the pack had already died. But, I mean, it just is sad that truly Chocolate Brownie has really left this whole mountain along... Well, he didn't leave the mountain. He left the creek. But he really has left, and so has now his mate, which is really quite sad. That means that he's lost both of his mates. But Chocolate Brownie, in one way I'm relieved that Chocolate Brownie isn't around to see that Snowdrop died. But let's go down and let's just strengthen our territory for now. We don't have to worry about that. Next time we will hopefully find a chewed up collar. I've been saying that at every single video today, but I'm really hoping that we do. And as well, we will very hopefully be able to do some exploring. I don't think we're going to explore today since there's too much snow. We won't be able to actually see the lie of the land very well. But until next time, I hope you've really enjoyed this video and that you have a lovely day. Bye bye!